Having a Heart of Worship by Charlaine Martin. When Daniel knew that the document had been signed, he went to his house where he had windows in his upper chamber toward Jerusalem. He got down on his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before God, as he had done previously. Daniel chapter 6, verse 10. Often, when I've spoken with Christians who don't attend church regularly, their excuse is, I can worship God anywhere. Feeling smug about their shut-down answer, they move on. But my question is, but do you? Do you worship God anywhere? It's easy to worship God when all is well. How about when life doesn't go well? Worship. It's a misunderstood word, even in churches. We often think of it as going to church, singing worship songs, listening to a sermon, and praying. For some, it's online. Others attend a regular worship service once a week. And then some Christians worship at St. Mattress by sleeping in on Sunday. Yet we often miss the heart of worship as seen in the prophet Daniel. In Daniel chapter 6, King Darius promoted Daniel to oversee all the officials under his leadership. Daniel, an exile from Judah, never wavered in his faith in God. Still, it brought jealousy among some men under his oversight. He didn't succumb to pressure as a young man, and neither did his 3 friends. If the rest of Judah had been as faithful to God as Daniel, they would never have been taken captive to Babylon. Some of the satraps, governors, were jealous that Daniel got the promotion they all wanted. A Jewish overseer? No way. God chose Daniel for his integrity. He was trustworthy. The only thing these men could use against Daniel was his faith in God. The king, who wrote the very law that convicted Daniel, was the one who began praying to God that he would be okay. And Daniel was. When Daniel faced dying for his unwavering faith in God, he didn't hold his head and cuss about it. Instead, he went upstairs to his bedroom, bowed down, and prayed to God about his situation. This 3 times a day worship time was how Daniel expressed his loving reverence to God during exile. There was no Jewish temple for him to attend for worship, or he would have been there. Still, he made worship happen anyway, even in dire circumstances. God bless Daniel's faithful reverence for him. Worshiping God with other Christians at church is so important. So is worshiping Him on our own by reading our Bibles, memorizing passages, and communing God in prayer regularly. When we can't go to church, it's essential that we continue a habit of worship. So, back to my earlier question. Do you worship God anywhere, even when life is tough? Questions for reflection. Do you intentionally worship God at church with the convenient service times and online services available? Do you prioritize worshiping God like Daniel did, even when you can't attend church?